come again to this class. Now we have derivation of units, and we have some quantities on the board here, and these quantities that we have, they are derived quantities. So from these derived quantities, we will now get their derived units, and derived units are gotten from fundamental units. So the first derived unit you have here is area. Second one is volume. The third one is density. Now we start with area, and we know that derived quantities are obtained by combination of two or more fundamental quantities. Now we start with the first, which is area. Area has a formula. The formula for area is length times length. That's the first. So what is the unit of length? Length and length, they are fundamental quantities. The unit of length, which we know is given as meters. The unit of length also is given as meters. Now, the abbreviation for meter here is m times n, and is given as m squared. So the unit of area, the derived unit of area is m squared, which is meters squared. Then we have the second one, which is volume. Volume is another derived quantity. So we have to derive the units from this derived quantity. And when we are deriving the units, we must make reference to the fundamental units that are related to this. So we know that volume from our mathematical formulas is given by length times length times length. So which is meters as a unit. Meters, this is meters, and this is meters. So the units of all these quantities are meters. So meters is given by m. The unit here is m, and the unit here is n. M times n times n gives us m raised to the power of 3. So the unit of volume, the derived unit of volume is meter cube. The derived unit of area is meter squared. We go to the third one. The third one there is density. And the density, as we know, it has a formula. We start with knowing the formula. Density is mass all over volume. That is the first one. Mass over volume. So what is mass? Mass has a unit. Mass is a fundamental quantity. Volume is a derived quantity. So we have to make this one in form of a fundamental quantity. So in this case, this will now be mass all over length times length times length. That's the first step. So all these now are now fundamental quantities, in the sense that mass is a fundamental quantity. In our previous class, remember, length is a fundamental quantity. Length is also a fundamental quantity. Length is also a fundamental quantity. Now we have to know the units. The unit of mass as a fundamental quantity from our previous class is kg, kilogram, all over. The units of length from what you have been doing here is meters. M. Unit of length is meters. The unit of length here is meters. So we have kilogram all over m times n times n. In that case, m times n times n, like what we have here, is equal to kg all over m raised to power 3. Kilogram all over meter cube, which can be given as kilogram per meter cube. So the unit of density, the derived unit of density is kilogram per meter cube. Or if I write it like this, or we can say kg m minus 3. So we have two answers here. You can either write it as kilogram per meter cube or kg m minus 3. So these three area, this is the derived unit m squared. Volume, this is the derived unit m cube, and the densities are the derived units kilogram per meter cube or kg m raised to the power of minus 3. So watch out for our next class, which we are still working on derived units. Thank you.